What's up, Danz fam? It's Jenn here with my good pal here, Jodi.
Hey, hey.
Today, we are talking about the 800-pound elephant in the room that is everywhere, following us on all the social media algorithms. Protein! Oh my God, we need protein. Protein.
Oh, it's a panic. It's a panic attack, people.
Protein and this argument that we are never needing enough protein as women 35 and over.
Yep.
It's like it follows us deep into the night, wakes you up and smacks you in the face in the morning, and we're constantly obsessing over protein. Not even enough protein. Oh my God, we need some protein.
It's true. If you're not tracking your macros, eating chicken at 7 a.m., you are doomed. Let's dig into the truth about how much protein women really need and how to get it without losing your mind. I mean, there's got to be moderation when it comes to these things. There's a lot of hype right now on social media, trending, especially for women who are like 35 and over, and they're almost putting fear factor into it. Like, you're going to lose all your muscle tone. You're going to deteriorate and blow away.
Yep. So here's the deal. Protein powder. Is it a thing? Yes. Does it have benefits? Of course it does. But let's also target the audience that those people are looking at. They're looking at you and I. They're looking at people that are 35 and older, typically women. They're the buyers of all of these products, majority in this entire category. So all of these people, these brands, these companies that are putting out all these protein powders, they are going to algorithm our asses off.
Right. And they're the same influencers who are pushing us right now and saying you must eat 150 grams or more of protein in one single day to actually survive.
And then they say that they know that we're going to say, well, that's impossible, Jodi. How am I going to eat 150 grams of protein? I can't do that. And so now they've created our problem and they say, oh, no problem. I've got you. I have a solution for you. If you just take my protein powder, you can achieve 150 grams, period. So let's really talk about that.
Yeah. And I think that's great. And I think there is a place for protein powder. I love protein powder as a filler when I can't get it out of the natural organic foods that I'm eating on the regular basis. So I am pro protein powders, but I'm also a fitness person. We work out all the time. And so you need to keep fueling the muscles. However, let's put into perspective, I don't need to eat like I'm a bodybuilder because I am not trying to be a bodybuilder. I'm just trying to be a healthy menopausal woman who's trying to keep her body strength and get through a class and be able to recover and come back tomorrow and do it again. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I know you're not a big protein shake person. What is your take on all this?
Funny you should say that, Jodi. I just drank Premier Protein. No, they're not paying me. I wish they were. And it was actually pretty good. It was a cookies and cream flavor. Yum. But here's the thing. I grab these when I'm on the go, when I don't have time, when I need something.
When you teach two classes.
When I teach two classes and I need to basically recharge. So let's talk about what protein does. I know most of you know this, but it's always good to get on the same page. Protein builds muscles. It also, what people don't give it credit for, it helps your muscles recover. And being able to do that gets you that much more to go back and do it more. Think about this. I want to go work out. I want to go dance. I want to go lift. I want to go do whatever I do. But then if I need to do it the next day because I'm going to be out of town the next couple days, I need to make sure that my body can handle those kind of workouts back to back to back if I want that. And that's really where I think about protein coming in as fuel and what I need for my body.
Exactly. And if you look at the science behind what the number is in terms of what you actually need for protein, what they say is you need to be, for generally an active woman who's working out, you need to take in about 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Okay, so as an example for the mathy math, say you weigh 150 pounds and you multiply that by 0.6 or 0.8. That tells you that you need to be taking in between 90 and 120 grams of protein per day, not 150 plus. And now I'm also talking in the 35 plus category. I'm talking about pre-menopause, post-menopause, all that, where your body is also doing other crazy, funky things. So you don't necessarily need to take in as much as the influencers are telling you, but science is telling you that you should sort of work in this area.
That 90 to 120 grams of protein. That's a great balance, and it's a great range for everybody to access and understand, and to not make it this like huge math equation every day, but to say, okay, I get this. Like for instance, I just drank this protein shake. It is 160 calories and it's 30 grams of protein. Bam. Okay, I'm already 30 into it. Now, one thing that our nutritionist here at the studio says, and I love this math, I think this makes a lot of sense, is she always gets asked, what kind of protein sources should I be eating? Just because a hot dog we know is some kind of a meat-like product, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's a good source of protein.
Right.
If I'm eating a hot diggity dog, I'm eating it at a baseball game because it's so freaking good and I'm putting some mustard on it. I'm enjoying it as a treat, not a source of protein. Right?
Exactly.
So what our nutritionist at the studio says, it's quick math. It's easy to follow too. If you look at your sources of protein that you're going to eat, say a 300 calorie piece of chicken, you need to look at how many grams that is and take the number off, that last number off. So if it's 300 calories, take that last zero off.
Yep.
Does it provide you 30 grams of protein? And if it does, that's a great source. If it is less, let's say it's 300 calories, but it's only 10 grams of protein, maybe not as good of a source. You're trying to find protein sources that have the most grams of protein and match with the least amount of calories. Your ratio needs to basically be at a 10% level. I just drank 160 calorie protein shake. I got 30 grams of protein. So I'm even higher in my percentage. I'm getting the most bang for my buck here, right? I'm getting 20% grams of protein out of the 160 calories. That is good protein source loading, right?
Yep.
If I ate a hot dog that is 300 calories and it has 5 grams of protein, that's not exactly a protein source that I'm looking to fuel my body, right?
Exactly.
It's about looking for the right protein sources. And to your point about going crazy of this, I need 150 plus grams, you just don't. Because what happens when people go after that mindset, they tend to overeat and then they gain weight and then they get mad.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I've met that have ended up doing semaglutides or have done GLPs or whatever you want to call it, whatever the diet they're on. And they've said, well, I was really good at eating protein. But you're like, well, eating like an entire cow is like not necessarily good protein loading. Like that's just overeating. I think that's the biggest and most common misconception of eating protein. I mean, it's about finding the fuel that is going to give you the best bang for your buck, getting that ratio up. If you can get a 10% ratio or higher, it's an easy 10% ratio. And if you can get higher, hallelujah.
So if you're making your own smoothies at home, be careful about the additions. So that's what creates that weight gain for people that they complain about. It's like, well, I'm drinking my smoothies and I'm trying to do all the right things. A lot of times people can start putting into their smoothies, like take into account the calories and the products that you're throwing. If you're throwing in 2 big tablespoons of peanut butter, for example, you are loading yourself up with a lot of extra calories that you don't need. So your protein shake that was intended to be maybe 200 calories or 250 calories just went up to 600 calories because you added whole milk or you added peanut butter or you added, just a lot of extra things. Now, if you're only, taking that in as 2 meals for the day, but it's more encouraged by doctors and nutritionists that you're spreading your calories through the day in a balanced way, and it will keep that hunger craving down so that you're not grabbing for things you shouldn't be having. So using protein shakes in moderation is always key, and trying to get your nutrients from natural food is always the best bet. And you can do that whether you're vegan or it doesn't matter what your choice of how you fuel your body is, you can always find a way to get the protein that you need without making it a part-time job.
It's a ratio too. Like we've been saying, it's a ratio every time. So for me, I am a faster. I'm an intermittent faster. Do I do it 7 days a week? No. But do I do it a couple days a week? Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I know that I have a certain or a range of calories that I try to hit, not get too over. Yes. Do I have cheat days? Of course I do. Like, I mean, we all do. We're human, right?
Yeah.
But I know to kind of dial it back. If I get back to that intermittent fasting schedule, I know that I have a certain window that I'm going to eat. I'm still going to eat a target amount of calories, and it's a ratio. I still have to have X amount of grams of protein that I want to look for. And if I don't, then I say, okay, well, what can I do? I do want to point out that the people that are and have been on semaglutides, GLP-1s, Ozempic, Zepbound, Mounjaro, all those guys, right? So those products, those medicines basically tell your brain to just not eat anymore, right? I have seen this in so many cases of men and women that when they're coming back to eating, they have to grab protein. Those are the people, those guys are the ones that really do need to grab protein every single time they eat something, whether it's with something else or not. Like, let's say you're going to have a salad, put protein on it, like constantly protein, because those are the people that are deficient now and have had a significant amount of muscle loss. They've not just lost fat, but they've lost muscle. I've seen it with loved ones, relatives, friends. I've seen it with everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the number one thing that a nutritionist will tell these guys is you have to be steadfast about your protein. If anybody is going to be targeted and because they need to up their protein or their amount of protein that they're going to be eating, it's absolutely people that have been on GLP-1s, because that's going to be the first thing to go along with their fat.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the other thing to keep in mind is, when you're watching the TikTok videos and you're watching anything on social media, remember, moderation isn't sexy. So those TikTokers are giving you drama for a reason. It's catching your attention. They are trying to sell you something. They are trying to sell themselves. They want to be famous. There's something going on there, and they do want to give you real information. Their intention is always good, I believe, but what you have to do is take that and don't just buy into it from the minute you see it on TikTok or Instagram or whatever platform you're on. At least do a little homework for yourself before you jump on a trend. Google it. See, is it real? Is it practical? Is it doable? Don't let fear set in because some influencer told you that that's what they thought was the best thing, or it's what worked for them.
Right.
Remember, every single body is different. We see so many shapes and so many people coming into the studio on a daily basis, and everybody has their own personal struggle and
their own recipe,
story.
their own recipe. Like,
exactly.
And when I say recipe, I'm not talking about necessarily food. It's about your rhythm, like what you're doing, you're doing with your body, what your body composition is, how you're moving through your daily activities, what your body needs versus my body. I mean, we're not a one size fit all. We're not even like a combo 1, 2, or 3, right? And we've got to tune in to knowing what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and pay attention to what our bodies are saying. If you stop and just listen to like, God, I'm really fatigued. Why is that? And you look back at your food sources and go, interesting.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about those easy snacks to grab. Right. And I think I know about you, but this is where I struggle. If I don't have a protein shake on hand and I don't have something already prepared, or I haven't meal prepped, or I haven't done anything, what are things to grab? That's kind of tricky, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to have in your fridge is what you're saying. Quick grab things can be containers of cottage cheese. They can be yogurt, protein shakes like you just drank, nuts.
Okay. One of my favorites. And I think Sam's Club isn't the only people that sell them, because I think they're everywhere now. I love the mozzarella, the raw mozzarella sticks that are wrapped with the prosciutto ham or with the salami.
Those are good. Yeah, I know.
That's a
No, they
nice
sell
little
those
number.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's a nice. You know what I also do too, and this sounds really bizarre, but it's actually really freeing as far as not having to think about things. And this does go back to meal prep.
Yeah.
I will buy a big, huge economy pack of chicken. I will literally put it in like herb and garlic marinade, like in a gallon freezer bag, and just let it sit there and marinate for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then I'll barbecue it, and I'll have like 6 breasts of chicken just sitting there.
Yep.
I'll cut one in half. I'll heat it up for like 30 seconds. I will eat it on the way to the studio, like just for fuel, because
Absolutely.
it just feels good and it's yummy.
Yeah, I love those tuna packets. You know, the little Ziploc ones. They're like one portion
yeah.
size, and they're
Those
in
are
water, not
good.
oil.
They're super
But
good.
they give you a little protein punch. And now they sell them so that they have, flavoring to them.
Yep.
Like you can get dill or lemon or whatever you want. But I love those little tuna packets. I also
Yes.
always have hard-boiled eggs
Yes.
in the fridge because
Hard-boiled eggs are
is
awesome.
I know.
They're
I know.
so
And
good.
I find my cravings for eggs go in waves.
Yes, mine
Like
do
I'll be
too.
on eggs and then I'll be
It's so
off
awesome.
eggs.
You're just like, I'm done.
Yeah. And it's just like the weirdest thing.
Like everything we say, everything we do, people, moderation.
Yep.
Moderation. Don't just eat protein and not eat vegetables and not eat roughage and things that help you, God forbid, actually process the stuff
Yeah.
through your internal organs, like your
Yeah.
intestines, and then you're backed up and then you can't go number 2. Come on, really? Come on, people.
Yep.
Okay, so there's that. Number 2, with the protein sources that you are eating, know what you eat. You are what you eat. You want to be a hot dog? Go be a hot dog. I don't care. You do you, right? But I mean, I'm probably not going to
Depends on the day.
suggest. Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
I mean, come on, right?
Yeah.
If the Bills are
Just
playing.
get it.
Did I say that? I snuck it in.
Go Bills.
If
I'm
the
just
Bills are playing.
saying they may or may not be in a very good place
Hey,
right now.
you know what? Everybody needs a Dodger dog sometimes. Sorry.
Yeah.
But remember, that's a treat, not a protein source.
Exactly.
Yes, it's meat-ish. Let's not even go into what's in hot dogs.
So don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Moderation.
Always challenge what you hear. Live life in moderation.
Know your ratios, right?
Know your ratios.
Know your ratios. Know your ratios.
Tequila to soda.
Tequila to soda, vodka to soda. If you guys are asking questions and following things on social media and it's getting a lot of attention, it pretty much is going to be probably getting attention in all of our daily lives. Oh my God, how many macros do I have? Oh my God, how many proteins?
Yeah.
How many grams of protein? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, stop, calm down. Remember your ratios. Your ratios are about, if it's 300 calories, are you getting at least 30 grams of protein out of it? If it's 500 calories, are you getting at least 50 grams of protein? That's
Right.
a good ratio number. If you're getting more, even in upwards of 15 to 20%, great, knock yourself out. But don't live and die by protein only, and don't overeat the protein to where you're eating so many calories and you're not getting the benefit. You're getting diminishing returns. It doesn't make any sense.
And don't forget to exercise. Come on in and dance with us.
Hi. We're wrapping it up from one protein pal to the other.
Oh,
See what I did there?
I
See
saw,
what
I
did
saw
there?
it. I felt
Okay.
it. I loved it.
All right, guys. Drop a comment. Let us know what your favorite protein snacks are. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's open the conversation up and hit subscribe, follow, all the things. And listen, if you feel so inclined, 5-star reviews are always welcome over here. Just throwing out there. If
Absolutely.
you like what you hear, I'm Jen.
I'm Jodi.
And this is No Gossip, Just Saying.